I'll move to approve.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 2 is open proposals for the street lighting controls. 1, 2. Looks like we have 3 of them. This is from Lasgar. $272,480. Interact, is that one of them, Lori? Signify, maybe? Okay. Yep, Signify. Don't know where they put their pricing. They did, it looks that way. That's our pricing summaries, unit pricing. Page 3 right there. And then Supreme Lighting Designs are third.
How much was the second one that you just opened? Did you say the amount, or was it hard to tell?
No, it's hard to tell.
Oh,
They
okay.
did unit pricing, so I don't know what.
Oh,
that-
got it,
Well,
okay.
It's 140 per node, so 140 times 2080. Whoops. $291,200.
Thank you, Rick.
This one is $291,803.20.
That was Supreme Lighting.
This was Supreme Lighting, yes. Where did I see that? Is it on the front? Supreme Lighting, yes. Yeah.
I recommend Malasgar.
You're ready to make that recommendation? I'll move to approve that we give it to the lowest quote or lowest proposal to Lasgar in the amount of $272,480.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.
Thank you.
Item 3 is the drinking water treatment facility, Myron Construction, pay estimate 26. As you'll see, the payments on the water treatment facility are a couple months behind. This is actually for the month of August. Our engineer's work has been completed during this time period, so. In the amount of $97,504.78. I'd make a motion to approve.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 4 is a 2022 street construction project A1 excavating, change orders 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
So these are multiple smaller change orders. They have written descriptions in each change order. If you'd like me to go over any individual one, I'd be happy to, but these were all reviewed by myself and the inspector, Brian Pettit, and recommended for approval. The total sum of all the change orders is $11,933.80.
questions?
I'll move to approve all the change orders, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 as recommended by TJ and Brian.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item number 5 is a 2022 street construction project A1 excavating, pay estimate number 4.
This was reviewed by Brian and myself. The total pay app request is for $235,463.20. Recommended for approval.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 6, 22 street construction project C, A1 excavating, pay estimate number 2.
This is for work done on Project C, which is Torney Avenue. This was reviewed by Matt Guptail, the inspector, and myself. Recommended for approval in the amount of $169,628.72.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, I'm getting good at that. I haven't lost my touch.
Item number 7 is the 2022 asphalt patching project from Zillage Asphalt. This is pay estimate number 3. So approved, inspected by our inspector in engineering. I'd make a motion to approve in the amount of $44,455.04.
I'll second that one.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We have addendum for today, another 5 items. Number 8 is a discussion and possible action on a draw request regarding the developer agreement with Nidus Holding Company LLC and J.G. M. Govardhan for Plaza redevelopment Best Western at 201 North 17th Avenue. Do we have an amount for this one?
I'm not sure if you wanted me to say anything about this. I saw the look, so it came up. But I think we had a pay request from J.G. For his work on the Best Western Hotel. It was, I think, originally slated for 2023 payment, but it had an option of early payment as long as he completed the prescribed actions in the development agreement within, I think it was the year of 2021, and he did substantially comply with that. We have the documentation.
And the amount is 50,000, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I would make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Are you not going to vote?
No, those opposed? Aye.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're opposed?
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
opposed to the payment being made. I just think that I lack the authority and the knowledge to vote in favor of it. I don't know that this belongs to the Board of Public Works. I don't know what authority we have to be approving developer payments pursuant to development agreements. It's not street or sidewalk related, correct?
I don't believe so.
So, and I haven't reviewed, I mean, I don't know what the request is for, what fund it's coming from. Is it out of TIF or?
Well, these
I
are
mean-
all agreements that you were involved in
Sure.
crafting with
Sure.
Quarles. So,
But I mean, is there a question about whether they should get paid? I mean, just, I mean, I think I feel as, I don't know, but assuming it's
Okay.
in your job description as the finance director, I would think Mary Ann would just have authority to approve these draw requests when they come in if she feels they've met the requirements of the development agreement.
so.
I mean, yes,
guess
we were
if-
involved in those, but I don't
Sure.
feel comfortable rubber stamping or saying this is out of my area of expertise and I don't know what authority I have to approve your actions, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't object at all
Yeah.
to paying these developers.
And again, maybe this is something that we should develop internal routing, like, for example, I know when we had the agreement, and I can't remember the exact name of the corporation, but it was one of Chuck Cadorsey's corporations, and we were making similar payments, and, like, unbeknownst to me, Dennis Smith, one of our council members, was conversing with you, and you had hired, like, bond counsel to evaluate whether I was making the correct payments. So,
I don't
like,
even recall that, okay?
to me, like, a person should know whether there's a question on the payments
Right.
that you're making. So I didn't know, and again, like, we've been doing this for years, bringing them to the Board of Public Works, just because it felt like it had, the makeup of the board was of the appropriate group of people that could speak somewhat intelligently about it, because we were, all, for sure you and I were involved in the crafting of the agreement. Some of the agreements are related to construction, like Wausau Chemical.
Right.
I know we've had a Great Lakes Cheese. I know we've had, situations. So I guess, in its current state, to me, it's number one, good, because we produce minutes and a council member or an interested party can see that we're making the payments. Obviously, they've been budgeted for. Maybe not obviously, but they have been budgeted for. And I was just, I guess, trying to create transparency and, like, create some sort of cover so that if I'm making these payments, people are aware of it.
And I don't disagree with any of that. I don't disagree that we were all involved in some way in participating in the creation of the development agreements. I just don't know what authority the Board of Public Works has to approve
Got it.
developer payments. I mean, if we want the transparency or the cover, again, I think you can just approve these, but if you think you want that, I would send it through finance and council then.
Okay. And I do know,
But there's no problem with any of these. There's nothing unusual with them or anything.
No,
You
not
just-
that I'm
You just
aware of,
want
but I
them in a
didn't think there
public
was any
record. Okay.
problem with the Gadorsey payment either.
And I don't recall that situation. I'm sorry.
Okay.
If you want to discuss that later, we
Okay.
can.
Well, and I think too, like, there are situations where I get dropped from email chains regarding developer payments. And so, like, for
Oh.
me to just make a payment.
Not through me.
And not knowing that things are, up. But, okay, cool.
So if I-
So you're going to vote no against them on the grounds that you don't think it's, just for clarification, on the grounds
That I
you
have the
don't think
expertise
Board
or
of-
the authority to approve your
Okay.
actions.
Should we move through these?
Sure. Then they're,
Then they're on the
information-
record, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second, and we voted?
Yep,
Okay,
so it's 2-1.
Okay.
Yep. Item 9 is discussion and possible action on a dry request regarding the developer agreement with 1401 Elm Street LLC and Roland Lockery for Mountain Lanes RJ Elm at 1401 Elm Street.
Yes, so now this one would have qualified for a payment in last year,
Correct.
but there
Except
were issues with the development agreement, as you know, and because they didn't have, their mortgage filing was inappropriate, and we supposedly have worked that out. And then there was another issue.
I think that was if I recall correctly, Mountain Lanes had the mortgage recording issue,
Okay.
and I think that was the only issue
Okay.
with this development agreement. I know that we have another one going with them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and I know that they've been simultaneous, so it's been hard to kind of keep track. But we did, it was the short form memorandum mortgage recording order that we waived as a requirement to the development agreement. I wish I can't remember the month exactly. I think
been
it
a while
was
now.
June or July.
Right.
In ED and then council.
Okay.
So now
So-
those requirements are satisfied.
Okay, so the required payment or the calculated payment is $296,901 and 42 cents.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Yes. Nay.
2-1.
For the same reason, again, I don't think other staff should be approving those. If there's a question or an issue, the governing body should be made aware of that and should be approving those requests.
Item 10, discussion and possible action on a dry request regarding the developer agreement with Great Lakes Cheese of Wausau, Wisconsin for Great Lakes Cheese at 9912 Innovation Way.
I believe we've made previous payments on
Yes,
this.
this would be payment 3. And they do have FTE requirements, but those would be in effect for the next payment.
Correct. They will be required for 2023 payment based on the 2022 calendar year.
So the calculation on this one is $635,932.24.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Against?
Nay.
2-1. Item 11, discussion and possible action on a draw request regarding the developer agreement with MacDon Ventures LLC for MacDon at 2401, 2403 North 3rd Street.
And this will be another payment that we've made in the past. This does have an FTE requirement that has been satisfied.
Yep, and this payment number 4, and it's $10,921.17.
Make a motion to approve.
Aye.
Aye.
Second.
Yeah, okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
2-1. Discussion and possible action on task order B to the agreement with Stantec regarding the River Life redevelopment area. This is, which one is this for, TJ? Did you review this one? Or is this Kevin?
Kevin was involved with that one.
Kevin, okay. This was the additional for closure on the riverfront sites from Stantec. So those remaining sites that were out there, so we can get closure on those, which makes it easier for redevelopment. So this is the final work to publish those materials, get the remaining documentation, and get those properties closed.
Cool.
I'd make a motion to approve.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And I think that's it for today.
Did we have to sign the change orders?
Yeah, they're right here.
Oh, okay.
I did, yeah.
Can we do a motion to adjourn?
Yeah,
What's that?
motion to adjourn.
Oh, second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.